ago that there's probably more variations of twists than any other group of postures in yoga. Twists are great because they quiet the nervous system and they work the spine in ways that we don't necessarily do that. But I do want to talk about a couple of the principles that you should keep in mind while you're doing your twists. Number one is, in order to twist, it's important to lengthen the spine before you begin the twist. In other words, if you think of the vertebrae like building blocks stacked one on top of the other, it's important to create that space so the body is free to turn. So in other words, rather than, hunching forward and then trying to twist, always take that time to lengthen up through your crown and then begin your twist. Also, it's very important not to over twist your neck. The bones in the neck are very fragile. Some of us already have arthritis in that area, which makes it challenging. So what I suggest that you do is think about keeping your chin lined up directly with your breastbone. So instead of jerking the head around, turning in one piece and keeping the chin lined up with the sternum. All good? All right, let's begin. So do make sure that you have your yoga tie. So finding a comfortable way to sit, allowing your feet to be on the floor, maybe taking a minute just to roll your shoulders one way, the other way. And then maybe one going one way, one going one way, getting a little fancy, and then reverse that. Gradually bringing that to stillness, allowing your eyes to close, and beginning to tune in to the breath. Whatever else may have gone on earlier in the day, or what you may need to tackle when your practice is over. Just give yourself full permission to be in the moment with your breath. Checking in with the body, the mind, your energy, your emotions. Anything and everything that you bring to your practice this morning. And let's pay a little closer attention to the breath now by placing the hands on the lower belly and just enjoying the feeling of the belly expanding as you breathe in and sinking back towards the spine as you breathe out. Notice how connecting physically with the body deepens your awareness of your breath. And then moving your hands to the waist, fingers spread, and just feeling the body expand from side to side with each breath. And now moving your hands once again behind you to the lower back, breathing into the back body. We don't usually pay attention to what's going on behind us, so I invite you to really attend to how the breath feels in your back. And then releasing your hands and just taking a few more breaths, breathing in all four directions, front to back, side to side. And then we'll bring our centering to close by bringing hands to prayer position and joining our voices in an Om. Deep breath in. Om. Om. Shanti. Peace. Good. So on an inhale, allow your head to look up. And exhale, allowing the chin to fall towards your chest. Remember, you're sitting away from the back of the chair so that your core muscles need to engage, dropping the chin to the chest as you breathe out. Breathing in and lifting. Breathing out and lowering. And this time when your head looks up, you can open and close your jaw a few times. A lot of us keep tension in the jaw, so just stretch it out. Good. And then bring your chin back to center. Let's turn and look over the right shoulder. Take in a breath. And exhale to the left. Breathing in and exhaling in the other direction. So remember not to over twist. We're being very gentle with the neck. Just going from side to side. And then bring it back to center. So keeping your feet flat on the floor, let's breathe our arms up. And exhale, float them down. And again, you can add the gaze upward on the inhale and chin to the chest as you breathe out. So this time when your arms are lifted, return your head to neutral, but continue to press up through your fingertips, relaxing your shoulders, pressing your feet into the floor. Seated mountain. Palms come together now. Breathe in and exhale. Draw the arms down in front of your chest and squeeze your forearms together. Inhale, open your elbows out to the side. Inhale, come back. Breathe it in as you lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Squeeze the forearms. Feel the opening in the back. Open your shoulders, opening across the chest. Breathe it in and out. So this time when the elbows come out to the side, let's let them stay there. And keeping them drawn back, we'll gently rotate to the right. Breathe it back to center and to the left. And back to center. Just going from side to side, keeping the elbows drawn back. And one more time from side to side. And back, and lower the arms. And just take a minute to take a couple of breaths. So we'll go through our 6 movements of the spine, which includes a twist. So we'll look at that, and I'm going to add a little variation for those of you who might like a little bit of a challenge. So we'll see how it goes. Inhale, open the chest, head looks up, chest comes forward. Exhale, round your spine back towards the back of the chair. Tuck your chin. Inhale, open wide. Exhale. And by accentuating the sound of your breath, it helps focus your attention. Let's do that a couple more times, breathing into dog and exhaling into cat. And this will be the last time, breathing in and breathing out. And then bring it back to center. So we'll start with our twist. We'll start with the right arm, stretch it out long. So remember that principle we talked about lengthening before you begin the twist. So nice tall spine, exhale, bring that palm to your left knee, left hand to the side of the chair. Chin lined up with the center of your chest. And working with each breath, lengthening as you breathe in and twisting as you breathe out. So here are the variations. You can cross your left leg over your right, which I know we've done before. Or as more of a stretch, you can bring your right heel up on the chair and twist. So this brings the hip down in, the twist down into the hips. We'll do one more breath here and then release. Whew, that was intense. Other side, left arm reaches out. Exhale, bring that palm to your right knee, right hand to the side of your chair. Lengthening on the inhale, twisting on the exhale. Again, you can cross your right leg over your left if you choose, or you can bring that left foot up on your chair, hug it in, and do a little bit gentle version of the twist. So you won't be going quite as far. Sitting up tall. Great. And let's bring it back. So the last two of our 6 movements are threading the needle, which is also a twist. And we'll start with the right side. Stretching the arm out nice and long. Exhale, slide it along your thigh. So remember, you're beginning the twist here. Notice how the spine is rotating. You can lean forward. You can also take your left hand and sweep it up, or even bring it behind your back. Neck is relaxed. Breath is steady and prominent. So let's get ready to release here on an in-breath, coming up, coming back to center, and getting ready for the other side. The left arm stretches out, slides along the thigh. We ease ourselves into the twist. So remember your options for your right arm. You can leave it down, you can sweep it up, or you can wrap it around behind your back. Just make sure your neck is soft. Keep breathing, one breath at a time. Stay in the moment. And let's release on an inhale now, coming back up. And take a few breaths. Good. So we'll do a couple of half sun salutations, and we'll do them fairly slowly because the temperature is rising, which means we don't want to overexert. So we're going to start with the hands in prayer position, pressing into the palms. Good. Inhale, sweep those arms up, gather in the breath. Exhaling as you reach back. Breathing back to mountain, and then folding forward, letting the breath go. Come up halfway, palms to knees as you breathe in. Exhaling and folding. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And let yourself reach back. And back to mountain. And back to where you started. Let's do one more. Remember, if you don't have a lot of time to practice, sun salutations is always a good way. Just do a few. And notice how it changes your energy. And exhale and fold. And then inhale, sweeping the arms up. Reaching back. Oh, nice long extension here. Back to mountain. And we come to rest at the heart center. Good. And release that. So we're going to work on the lower body a little bit now. And if you have your yoga tie, you can feel free to use that. We'll start with some leg extensions and then stretch the leg across the body and come into our figure 4 stretch. So if you're using the yoga tie, we're going to start on the right side. So you can hook it under the ball of your foot and just lift the foot using the tie. So the tie is just there to lend a helping hand. If you don't need it, you don't have to use it. Great. So let's inhale, lift the right foot, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. Moving slowly with control and with the breath. So I'm going to extend that leg now and just allow it to stay suspended in air. If you want to hold on behind the thigh or use your yoga tie here, that's fine. So we're just going to take the leg across the body. So you can either use your yoga tie to guide it across, or you just take a hold of your toe and move it across. Sit up tall, other foot flat on the floor, breathing into the hip. And we'll move into the figure 4 stretch. So crossing wherever is comfortable and accessible for you. I'm going to place my ankle on top of my left thigh. Take a moment to gently press down on the knee. That's when you're going to begin to feel the sensation in the hip. You can add a deeper stretch by leaning forward. Make sure your shoulders are very relaxed. So getting ready to release that now, breathing in, coming up, and uncross. And just take a breath and we'll go to the other side. So remember, you always have the option of using your yoga tie. It makes a great prop. Good. So let's lift the foot and lower. Breathing in and breathing out. So if you, again, make a little more sound with the breath, breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, it really helps to keep your attention in the moment. So the next time my foot comes up, I'm going to let it stay in space. I can hold on. I can use my tie. Whatever feels best. And let's come into the crossbody stretch. So either hooking the tie around your foot or grabbing the toe with your hand, stretching out. Take a minute again to lengthen with each breath. Nice, steady breath. Great. And we'll move into the figure 4 stretch. So crossing wherever is comfortable for you, making sure that right foot is directly underneath your knee, pressing down on that left knee, and easing yourself forward for a deeper stretch. Nice, steady breathing. Always giving yourself permission to come out of any pose when you need to. Good, and let's inhale. Come on up. I love that stretch. I spend a lot of time sitting at my desk, and it just feels so, so good to do that. So let's come on up to standing. I'm just going to separate my feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. I'm going to start to gently, not too vigorously, swing my arms. So notice what's happening with my feet. So as I'm shifting my weight, I'm actually allowing that opposite heel to lift off the floor. Let your head follow the rest of your spine. Let your arms be relaxed. Couple more swings here. This feels really good. And then let it come gradually to stillness. Good. And we'll move into tree pose. So I'm going to come alongside my chair. I'm standing by the left side of the chair. And always remembering the guidance about standing poses and balance poses. We want to keep the knees a little bit soft, so there's a little bit of flexibility so the muscles can do their job. So I'm going to shift my weight to the leg closest to the chair, which is my right, and bring the left foot into position. Draw that bent knee back. And then build your branches with one arm or with both arms. And breathe. So you're pressing down into the foot, you're lifting up through your fingers, you're breathing. One more breath here. And then lower down the arms. Release the foot. And I'm going to step back into warrior. So the heel of the back foot can be turned in a little bit with the toes out, or the feet can be facing straight ahead. Whatever works for you. Look, creating a little bend in that right knee, sinking the hips down, releasing one arm or two, reaching up to the sky, and breathing. Nice, steady breath. Both hips facing the front. And, excuse me, from here we'll move into warrior two. So I'm going to sweep my arms front and back. Now, if for some reason you need to hang on to the chair, you can always keep one hand on the chair and just extend the other arm. So kind of in my own way here. Good. So stretching that back arm back, stretching the right arm forward. So another version of the twist here is to keep your arms where they are. And if you feel secure and your balance feels good, just gently turn your gaze so you're looking towards the back arm. We're getting a little more of a twist here. Good. Bring your gaze back to front. Lower your left arm. Take your right arm. Sweep it up and back into reverse warrior. You can look up at the ceiling. You can look straight ahead. You can look down at the floor. Whatever works for your balance. Good. Bring it back to center. Step your feet together and then step them apart. We'll get ready for Trikonasana triangle here. So I'm going to turn my right foot so that it's facing the chair. And I'm going to urge my left hip out to the side. Good. Lift arm reaches up and over. And if you don't need that right arm for balance, please bring it to the inside of your leg and rotate your chest open. So you're getting a little bit of a twist here. Nice steady breath. Again, you have full permission to come out of a pose at any time it doesn't feel comfortable. And let's inhale, reach it up. Drop the hand down. Right arm reaches up and over for our counter stretch. Super. Bring it back to center. Step the feet together. So before we go to the other side, we'll take a little pause in between and come into a downward facing dog. So you can place your hands at the back of the chair and walk back. Or if you like, you can place your hands on the seat of the chair. And walk it back to center. Good. So come on over to the right side of your chair and we'll do all of those postures on this side. So strengthening and softening that supporting leg. And one of the other tips about balance that's really helpful for a lot of folks is to imagine that you could exhale the foot into the earth. So you're actually spreading your toes and pressing the exhale down. Let's release the right foot, bring the knee out to the side, and create our branches. And breathe. Notice the tendency to hold the breath when you're balancing. Find that nice, steady, easy, comfortable breath. Reaching up with the fingers, pressing down into the foot. Great. Let's lower the hands and get ready to come into warrior. So this time it's the right foot that's stepping back. Little bit of bend in that left knee, hips are facing forward. Adding the arms. Reaching up. Breathing. Finding something to love about this stretch. Feeling powerful and strong. Just like a warrior. Great. Lower the arms and get ready for warrior two. So left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back. So a little bit of bend in that left knee. Equal amounts of energy going forward and back. And if you want to do the challenge, you can gently turn your head and gaze towards the back hand. Don't over twist your neck on this one. Very gentle. Good, turning your head forward. We'll do reverse warrior. So right arm reaches down, left arm reaches up and over. Remember, if you need that hand for balance, you can leave it on the chair. Not a problem. Lovely. Inhale, bring it back. Step that back foot forward and step your feet apart. Getting ready for triangle. So this time the left foot turns towards the chair. Right arm reaches up. And over we go. Again, drawing that top shoulder back as much as you can, releasing your left hand if you do not need it for balance. Pressing the right hip out. And finding a comfortable spot for your neck. So energy in that right hand brings you up and into the counter stretch. Feel that lovely, delicious stretch in the whole left side of your body. Good. And bring it down. Good. So we've worked on archer pose before. We're going to do it again. So I'm coming back now to the left side of my chair. Remember, with the archer pose, we're forming the bow and arrow with our body. So I'm going to begin by placing my right hand behind my head and extending the left arm forward. So fix your gaze on your thumb. You can also continue to hold on with one hand. If the elbow is bent, keep drawing it back. Good. Let's take a walking step forward with the right foot. Just a small step. And I like to shift my weight forward and back so that I'm exploring how my balance feels today. I'm exploring finding that still point. And then on an exhale, begin to rotate the body open, right elbow moving back. Take care with your neck. And inhale, bring it back. Take a walking step forward on your left foot. Again, do that little front to back movement. Knees always staying soft. Always, always. Good. And again, we're going to open the body, turning to the left. Resist the urge to over twist your neck. And on an inhale, guiding yourself back. Step your feet together. Release your hands back into prayer position. And notice where you feel sensation, probably in your upper arms. Because just holding the arms extended is a lot of work for the muscles. And let's do that on the other side. So let's come over to the other side of the chair. And we're going to reverse our bow and arrow. So it's my left hand will come behind my head, elbow back, right arm extends. Good. Take a breath in and let the left foot step forward. That little front to back rock. Nice deep breath in and then begin to rotate. Your gaze following your finger, elbow back. Opening the front of the body. Soft knees. So let's inhale back. Nice and slow. So the slower you move, the easier it is to maintain balance. Good. Walking step forward on the right foot. And we'll do a little front to back shuffle. Fixing your gaze, exhaling the breath. Excuse me. And then And on exhale, bringing it back. Step your feet together, release your arms back to prayer, and just notice what you feel. Excuse me. I need a drink of water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Okay, so we're going to finish up with a couple of seated twists. But we're going to come into our seat through chair pose. So I'm standing in front of the chair. My feet are about hip width apart. I'm going to begin with my hands at my hips. Making sure, take a minute to look down at your toes. Make sure they're facing forward. Good. Inhale and exhale. Come into a squat. You can leave your arms at your waist, or you can extend them in front or reach them overhead. This will be more work for the quadricep muscles, those big muscles on the front of your legs. Lower your hands, straighten your knees, and take a seat. Great. So as quietly as we worked, I don't know about you, but I'm still a little schwitzy, but that's okay. All right. So we're going to finish up with a couple of versions of the seated twist, one we've already done, and then the second version with the feet on the same side of the chair. So we'll start with the right arm, reach it up, and bring that palm to the left knee, left hand to the side of the chair. Remember those attention points about chin in the center of the chest, lengthening before you twist. Let's inhale and bring it back to center. And this time extend your left arm. And exhale, bring that palm to your right knee and right hand to the side of the chair. Breathe it back to center. Good. So let's bring both feet to the left. And I'm building my seated foundation, sit bones nice and square on the chair, crown lifted, lots of space between the vertebrae. Breathing in and then reaching around behind you. So always remembering too to hold on to the chair, lower down on the back so your shoulders drop down and stay relaxed. Feel the twist emerge from the lower back, through the middle back, all the way up to the shoulders. Breath is slow, steady, and prominent. Let's bring it back around and go all the way over to the other side. Again, always beginning at the beginning by planting my feet, dropping the shoulders, drawing in a breath, and reaching around. Staying with each breath as it emerges. Getting ready to release the next time you inhale, gently walking yourself around to the front. Nicely done, everybody. All right. So now is our time to sit, notice, and breathe. So allowing your eyes to close, and there's no need to change anything about the way you're breathing. It's just enough to notice. Maybe noticing if the body feels more open to the breath than before. Breathing front to back, side to side, top to bottom. The whole body filled with breath. Allowing the breath to be your anchor to the present moment. If you notice that your thoughts are wandering, come back to the breath. There's always the next breath. So allowing your breath to get a little bit deeper now and letting yourself move. You can wiggle your fingers, your toes, you can stretch, you can circle on your hips. I'm just going to open my arms really wide. I want to give you all a virtual hug, so opening wide. Wrapping the left arm over the right, squeezing the shoulder blades. And then open again, pull the arms back. Wrap the right over the left. Again, squeeze nice and tight. Then bringing your hands to prayer position. We'll close our practice together with an Om. Deep breath in. Om. Om Shanti, peace. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from fear. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings know peace. So namaste. Jai Bhagwan. Stay cool. Have a great day and a great week.